What's up, guys? Chris here once again with another lesson on superimposing arpeggios over a particular chord quality. Today we're going to be looking at the major 7 chord quality. Now, as I said before, this is just a way of having a nice quick way to organize some go-to arpeggios that you can use while you're improvising or writing some music. Now, these are not the only arpeggios that will work, but like I said, it's just a way to organize them. So here's a bit of a rub with this one, however, because the major 7 chord quality contains, well, a major third. 2 of the arpeggios we'll be looking at today have a fourth in them. Now, if you're not really sure what the significance of that is, well, basically the third and the fourth are really close together, so much so that it creates a tension. So if you play the fourth, or in this case, this would be F, the note F, against this third, which would be E, and here's that fourth, it's going to create such a rub that if you kind of hang on that fourth too long, it's not going to sound good, even though it's in these arpeggios and it's in the major scale. So what we're going to start with, we're going to look at, as usual, the normal arpeggio you would use over, say, a C major 7. Then we'll look at the arpeggio for the third, its function, the fifth, its function, and of course, the major 7 and its function. Let's get into it. So, as normal, when you look at a C major 7 chord quality, and we're sticking in C because that's what I did last time, so why not? You have to understand that obviously there is a normal diatonic arpeggio that you would play over that very kind of vanilla, very safe sort of kind of sound. You can play that in many different octaves, many different shapes across the neck. I'm not here to really teach you those particular shapes, just so you could just know that C major 7 arpeggio obviously will work over a C major 7 chord quality. It has all the right notes you need. But as usual, if you start looking at each note, each interval in this arpeggio, you get another arpeggio. So in this case, if we look again at that C major 7 arpeggio, look at that third, that E, right? Right off the bat, as usual, I'm just going to tell you what it is. You're going to get an E minor arpeggio. Right, more specifically, E minor 7. Okay, so if you play an E minor 7 arpeggio, wherever you like, you're going to get this beautiful sound right off the bat. And one of my favorite sounds, you're going to get this sort of sound, which would be a C major 9. That's what it's actually functioning as. And as usual, if you look at it, what's going on in it, you have a third against this C, fifth, major 7, and the 9. So essentially, you've just created a C major 9 arpeggio. Nice, easy peasy. So I would definitely experiment with this one quite a bit. I think actually out of the group of arpeggios that are based off of the C major 7 arpeggio, this one is probably one of the safest ones while giving you a little bit of extension in the harmony. So if we look at the next one here, right, in this case G. So in this case, the G is going to be a dominant 7 arpeggio. So a dominant 7 arpeggio contains the root, the major third, the fifth, and of course the flat 7. Now here is that rubby note, the F. Against the C, it would function as the fourth. You have to be a little bit careful with this, okay? I wouldn't hang on it. I would kind of use it to kind of like pass through. Again, if you're just playing over a plain old C major 7 chord, where that third isn't getting replaced with anything, that F is going to be very, very nasty to hear if you hang on it, that is. But if you are passing through, it'll sound quite interesting, right? So what that gives you, in this case, what it's functioning as is a C major 11 arpeggio, all right? So the idea here is that if you were to group that into like a chord voicing, you would get rid of the third, which would be probably replaced with the ninth, and then add on the 11 or the 4. Okay? So again, when it comes to this very plain old C major 7 chord quality, careful with that. Right. So let's look at the major 7, which in this case is B. What we get out of this one is a minor 7 flat 5. The minor 7 flat 5 contains a root, a flat 3, a flat 5, and a flat 7. So out of all those, the rubbiness comes again from this F. But how it functions against that C root is that you end up creating a major 13 arpeggio. And your 13 is coming from that A note. So if we look at it again, what we have against the C root, wherever you want to find a C root, you can, however you want to look at it, you have a major 7, you have the 9, you then have the 11 or the 4, whichever one you want to call it, and then you have the 6 or the 13. So I think there might be some power in kind of playing around with this, mixing and matching, maybe omitting a little bit of that 11 here and there. Just see what you can do, see what you can experiment with, and see what you can do with it. Now, again, that F note is a handle with care note. All right, I cannot stress that enough. So that is basically all the time I have for this particular video. It's much more straightforward, and I will be kind of picking up the tempo a little bit with each one of these. We have essentially, we have another chord quality to go, and that's the dominant 7. So we'll take a look at that for next time. If you have any suggestions on content, more clarity, please let me know down below in the comments. If you enjoy these videos, please like them, subscribe to the channel. I'm really looking to make this channel into something amazing and awesome, and to take a lot of you guitar players who are just already great and make you even better with just the simplest little things that you maybe never even thought about. Well, goodbye, take care, and I'll see you next time.